All right, good morning, Knights fans, or good afternoon, Knights fans. We're ready to start here in the first. That is the first pitch. Low in the zone for ball one. The Knights here face the Tomahawks from the town in Pennsylvania. We'll get back to you with that name.
They'll lead off with number 1, Mower, playing center field.
And Ryan Pitcock throws zone. That was a strike. Waves at it for strike 2. So the count is 1-2 here. Misses low and inside, so squares the count at 2. The leadoff batter here for the Tomahawks, I got to watch him in the last game, hit a soft grounder to shortstop, a hard grounder to second base, and a soft grounder to first base. So we're keeping it low in the zone. That ball should stay on the ground, hopefully find one of our fielders. Fouls that, up and out of play, so the count's still 2-2. There you go. So Ryan throws a curveball for a strike and strikes out the first batter of the game. Is that a change?
Change it.
Chuck's saying circle change. Either way, couldn't see the hook from where I'm at, but an off-speed pitch fools him.
Now at the bat, number 11, Flynn, the first baseman.
My little travel deodorant thing is already looked down for
Pitty working low in the zone, which is a good idea. In the last game, this batter actually hit a home run in the last inning to lead a rally and end up winning the game. Wow, that's a great pitch. Inside corner, but low. So 2-0, and we're staying low in the zone. In the first game, this batter hit a grounder to second base. Soft pop to the pitcher. And then in the last inning, hit a home run to left center field. Ryan Pitcock's behind 3-0, so he's going to come down the middle here. Challenge him. He's on the take. So it counts 3-1 now. And you got to think we're going to see another fastball down Main Street. See what he can do with it. He does. Grounder soft to the second baseman. Cade Weibel scoops it up and throws it to first for the out. And a good start here for the Knights. Great comeback by Ryan Pitcock, who fell behind in the count 3-0 and retired the batter.
And I'll bring up the 3-hole, Petrick. He plays second base, and he wears number 15. Bats right-handed.
So in the last game, he flew out to right fielder. He's got some pop in that bat. He struck out, then hit a hard liner off the center field fence. Pitcock starts out with a hard fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. So the count is 0-1 here with 2 outs in the top of the first. Waves at it. It's George Farley at shortstop. Throws across the diamond for the out. Really nice play by George, moving to his right, scoops it up. Strike to first, and 1-2-3. The Knights are out of the inning.
I think it was a great job by both the third baseman and him. Third baseman realized he couldn't get to it at the last minute, ducked out of the way so George could make the throw over. So nice play by the Knights. Great start, 1-2-3 inning. And the Knights will come up, and they will be batting 10 tonight. And Ryan Pitcock, the pitcher, will lead off, followed by Cade Weibel, who's in second base. And then Owen Norrell, that playing center field. Jay Turner playing right field. Andre Woodlebat fifth, playing third. Dylan Uribe is playing first, batting sixth. George Farley's batting seventh, playing short. And behind the dish is Xander Kovar. He'll be batting eighth, and batting ninth, Max Milan. And left field, and our EH today will be Ty Curry.
So quickly looking around here, watching some warm-up pitches. Medium velocity. Not the fastest we've seen, but certainly not.
Hey, Blue, come introduce yourself.
Not soft. We've got an on-field interview with Blue here, one of the 4 umpires on the field.
Where are you from?
Dean Stockwell, Apple Valley, Minnesota.
Awesome.
Minnesota. You flew in from
Other end of this country from you folks. Happy to be here, though.
Fantastic. Thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you later in the game. So as I mentioned, there are 4 umpires on the field for bracket play here in Cooperstown. Very fun. They're not going to miss anything here.
Well, that's not true. We did see a missed call last time.
Did you?
You remember?
Oh, that's right. They will make mistakes,
They're
but
not perfect.
it's great that they've got the bases covered. So to lead off is Ryan Pitcock. He hit 2 out in yesterday's afternoon game, swinging on the first pitch, as he likes to do. He's always sitting on the first one.
Well, Ryan's hitting over 700 with 5 home runs so far here in Cooperstown.
Ooh, misses inside. I got to think this is a great speed for Ryan. He looks like he's throwing straight balls here. And I'm looking for a hard hit ball somewhere. Misses. Ryan's a little early on that pitch. Needs to find it. Drive it somewhere. Hopefully he's not thinking home run. We just need a base hit to get things started. Pitcher throws something off speed, low and away. So the count is 2-2 here on Ryan Pitcock. If you're wondering about the wind, it's blowing in from right field, right to left if you look out in left field. Pitcher throws high to fill the count. 3-2 here.
He popped the middle on that one.
I'd guess about 5 to 10 mile an hour wind, so just a light breeze. Ryan fouls it up and out of play. Challenged by the pitcher, and Ryan was ready for the challenge, just missed it. I'd like to see that again. Fouls it again. Get a little ahead of that pitch. Fouls it off and behind. So we're going to do it again. It's full count here with no outs in bottom of the first. Misses high and inside. And we've got a base runner here in the first. A great start for the Knights.
Ryan's been very effective on the bases as well this week as Cade Weibel stepped in playing second base. He was 2 for 4 in the last game last night.
Cade hit the ball hard in yesterday afternoon's game. Ryan Pitcock going on the pitch for a strike, but gets there. Cade Weibel squares up, lets it go by. Falls behind in the count 0-1, but we've got a base runner at second. Zach Fetchel is going to run for our pitcher, Ryan Pitcock, now that he's taken second on the steal. Didn't want to do that when he's standing on first because Ryan gets a great jump, and he's really hard to throw down to second base. He gets there quick. Cade Weibel steps in. Count is 0-1. Nobody out. Runner on second. Let's see what he can do. Takes high. Good eye.
Yeah, on all accounts, he might be our fastest player overall, Ryan. But being the pitcher, you want to get him off his legs.
Cade waves at something. Hopefully that gets out of play. It does. High pop fly just over the dugout on the first base side. So Cade's behind in the count 1-2. Again, no outs here in the bottom of the first with a runner on second. Off-speed pitch. Cade stays alive. I probably was going to catch the outside corner, so great job by Cade.
Yeah, way to battle. Run up the pitch count here.
Cade hits a high ball to right center gap. It's caught, and we can't advance. Short field. It wasn't deep. Zach had to hold on second base. So we've got one down here.
It's good range by the center fielder, though, on that. Stayed up a lot, though, a long time. And now Owen Norrell coming to the plate. He has 5 home runs here in Cooperstown, 13 on the season. He'll bat from the left-hand side.
Pitcher turned and threw back to the shortstop, who is standing in the shortstop position. Not to the base, but Zach dives back. He's safe. We're going to do it again. No count here. Inside pitch. Nicked him. So time on the field as Owen jogs to first base. Probably not what Owen was looking for, but we love base runners here in the first. So we've got a man on first and second with 1 out.
that'll bring up Jay Turner, the right fielder, who's been hitting over 700 here with no home runs though.
Boy, when Jay hits it, he's a tough out unless he gets the ball in the air. On the ground, most fielders have been jumping out of the way and passing the IQ test.
Yeah, he leads Cooperstown in hit walls.
Ooh. Low in the count, swings, misses. So the count here is 1-1. Again, bottom of the first, 1 out, 1-1 count. Jay Turner. Takes something off, it passed ball, the runners are moving. Ball hit the net. And that's going to score the runner. I think they get, nope, sorry. So
I don't
moves
think
the runners
they were moving, so they only get one base.
from second to third and first to second. So Zach Fetchel's on third. Owen Norrell on second. And that ball is gone if it stays fair. But it hooks. Sorry, slices. Foul. Jay shows some of his pop. And the fielders back up a few steps. So 2-2 count. Let's hope he straightens something out here. Oh, swings through it and misses for strike 3.
And that'll bring up our third baseman, Andre Wood. He had a good day yesterday at the plate.
Andre swings, fouls one off. So, yeah, yesterday at the plate, he hammered 2 balls, screaming line drives to right field, both base hits. And we're hoping he stays hot.
He does have some power. He hit 1 home run already here.
He's behind that pitch again. So a little bit behind, twice in a row. Fouls them both off. And the count is 0-2 with 2 outs. So base runners in second and third. And Tony Fetchel calls for a change of balls. The ball hit off the light post, bounced back to the pitcher. He doesn't want this pitcher to have any extra grip on that ball. Probably thrown him off a little bit. Low and away. Hard to score on a pass ball here. The wall is about 15 feet behind the catcher. That ball's going to bounce straight back. So really difficult to score unless that ball glances off to a side.
We need a big 2-out hit here by Andre.
Wow, misses high. I've seen that being called a strike this week. Fortunately, Andre stays alive. So 2-2 count, 2 outs. Swings and misses. We leave 2 stranded, both in scoring position. And at the end of 1, the score is 0-0. And the Knights will take the field. Cool, dude. So as we prepare for the second inning here, I'll give you a quick update on the Tomahawks. They came into this round into bracket play, ranked number 52, which meant they got 1 bye this morning. Then they came out and played the 102nd seed in an earlier game just before this one. Winner will play us. Tomahawks fell behind. They were trailing 5-0 for most of the game. Put 1 on the board, and then or put 2 on the board. So the score was 5-2. Tomahawks got their opponent got an insurance run in the top of the 6th. So they went into the bottom of the 6th. Score 6-2. Tomahawks started hitting the ball. They drew a walk on the first batter, and then after a base hit, a home run, 3-run home run to bring the score to 6-5. Next batter hit 1 off the center field wall. Next batter on the first pitch drove 1 deep left center for a walk-off home run to win the game 7-6. So they come into this game with a bit of a high, hopefully a little bit tired. I know they ordered pizza in to eat between innings or games. We were happy to hear that. Hopefully they get a little groggy come third inning.
Pitcock will start his second inning. He threw 13 pitches in the first inning, and that bat will be number 2 career for the Tomahawks.
So number 2 here is the player I talked about who hit that walk-off home run in the last game. He's got some pop in the bat, We're going to stay low in the zone for sure. Got one up. Fouls it off of Xander's leg or ankle. Is he wearing a cup? All right. Dad says he's got a triple-plated cup just to ensure the Kovar bloodline continues.
They hit him in the inner thigh? Yep. Hey, that's the only set of jewels we have.
We already know.
Yeah, that's all we have.
So, while we take a break, I've got a little visitor here, Ike Farley. Tell me what you think so far.
I'm not a visitor. I've been here many times. But I think, back to you.
Let's say something. What are you thinking about this game?
Taco.
You think the Knights are going to win?
Yeah. I think we have a good chance of winning. And Xander's back up, so let's get this game back on the line.
Thank you, Ike. We've had several cameos from Eichen, from Craig Weibel, from Drew Norrell, from Beck Norrell. A lot of younger siblings here at the game. So we've got a 1-1 count here. First batter to lead off the second inning. Pitty throws a change, leaves it high. And the count now is 2-1. And he tees off. That probably is going to leave the yard, and it does. Hits. We need to work low in the zone. So Tony Fetchel, talking to pitcher Ryan Pitcock as the runner circles the bases, says, we can't get it up in the zone. These guys can tee off. That's what the scouting report says. And number 2 takes 1 yard to take an early lead, 1-0. In the top of the second here with no outs.
And now the 5-hole hitter, number 4, Cardina, and he's also their pitcher.
So in the first game prior to this one, he struck out both at bats, and we should just pepper the zone, see if he can do anything with it. I haven't seen him make contact yet, but Pitty needs to work lower in the zone. That was a high strike. Xander sets up low. And he throws low, swinging, fouls it back for strike 2. So we've got some pitches to work with. I'll expect Xander to set up a little bit outside. Might be throwing a change here. Hopefully nothing he can hit.
No, I was walking back.
Nope. Grounds it up the middle. Cade moving to his his right. Keeps the ball in the infield but isn't able to make the play. So after the leadoff home run, the second batter for the inning for the Tomahawks is on with a single.
I'll bring up in 6-hole number 10, Stewart, their third baseman.
So in the last game, this batter walked in his first at bat. Oh, they've got him. Got to get rid of it. Yes. Great throw. Nice tag. Took a while for the first baseman to get the ball to George Farley, who was covering second, but an accurate throw and a snap tag. And we record our first out of the inning. So, good move by Ryan Pitcock to catch the runner. He comes back, throws a strike, and hopefully that's a little momentum here for the Knights. I know you can't see a scoreboard, so we're in the top of the second inning with 1 out. Working low in the zone, just misses. Yesterday we got that call. Today the umpire says bring it up a couple inches. Fouls it back, and Xander's taking a beating behind the plate. We're here in the second inning. Xander's already taken one off some part of his leg. That one took him square in the chest. Tony Fetchel makes a defensive move. He brings in Ty Curry into left field. Maximilian will leave left field, run into second base. That's his natural position. And Cade Weibel will go warm up in the bullpen. I think Cade will be very effective against this team. Not great at hitting the off speed or any off-speed pitch. So we're going to want to bring someone in after the first time through this lineup to keep them off balance. So we've got a 1-2 count here. Pitcock fires. Wow, just misses on the outside corner. Xander sticks it, holds it, doesn't get the call. We've seen delayed calls here too throughout the week. Some umpires like to take their time ringing people up. Waves at a pitch on the outside corner. And we've got 2 outs here.
Yeah, that's Pitcock's second strikeout in the first 2 innings, and now at the plate in the 7-hole, number 13, Johnson. He's playing left field.
So in the last game, Johnson popped to first base, hit a soft pop in the middle of the field. Shortstop moved over to make the catch on that one. So he was 0 for 2 in the last game, and he watches strike 1. 0-1 here, 2 outs. Outside corner, of course. It's a great pitch. Pitcock hitting his spots. And he's quickly ahead 0-2. I don't think we're going to mess around. We're going to throw heat, same place, see if he can catch up with it. But he leaves it high. So 1-2, but we got plenty of pitches to work with. 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Challenges him, grounds it back to the pitcher. Pitcock takes his time, tosses it over to Uribe at first, and we're out of the second inning with minimal damage. But the leadoff home run gives the Tomahawks a 1-0 lead after 1.5.
Pitcock throws only 16 pitches again, so he's been efficient the first 2 innings. He's at 29 for the game. Their pitcher's back out there. He threw 24 in the first inning, so he labored a little bit.
Okay. I have to believe we're going to see Pitcock here in the third again. He's still got 4 more batters to face in the 11-man lineup there for the Tomahawks, so they'll probably see him or play him through the lineup once and bring in Cade Weibel to mix things up.
I'd agree with that. So the Knights will lead off the bottom of the second here. Dylan Uribe, George Farley, and Xander Kovar. How you doing, Ayla?
We've got a B here in the box.
We're getting started.
I've hit him 3 times. He keeps coming back.
I am Quade's brother.
Uribe with a hard hit ball in the gap. There's no way that was going to be stopped by the shortstop. And we've got a leadoff base hit for Dylan and another base runner. Here he's the 3rd base runner for the Knights in this game. We haven't pushed any across yet, but
it is our first hit, though. The other guys reached on a walk and a hit by pitch. Now George Farley at the plate.
All right, G, let's do something here. Oh, really weird move. Called for a balk. I'm not sure. It looked odd, and the umpire thought so too. And now we've got a runner at second base. So let's see if George can drive him in. George tries to lay one down to move the runner up and fouls it back. 1 hop off the plate. Would have been nice to put that in play. He might be doing that again. We've seen Tony early in games move runners into scoring position with the bunt. George squares. Nice one. Unfortunately, straight back to the pitcher. He does move the runner up on the sacrifice. So we've got a runner in scoring position for Xander Kovar here. George runs off, does his job with 1 strike, and Dylan Uribe is on 3rd base.
Yeah, great job of moving the runner over with less than 2 outs.
So Xander Kovar steps in. We've got 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Xander bunts it, in the air. Fortunately, it flies out of play towards the visiting dugout.
Tony likes that strategy of trying to get the infield moving and breaking on the pitch. So see if we can score an easy run here.
Yeah, I got to think Xander's going to square again. He does. Lays it down. Really nice bunt. They're not going to have a play at home. Throw it to first, and the Knights have tied the game up 1-1. Very effective game of small ball here by the Knights. Farley and Kovar laying down bunts to score the runner from second base on 2 consecutive at-bats.
And Kovar gets an RBI on that, so nice job.
Tell you what, if we feel good about that, I'm all for that strategy.
Now Max Millen's up, the left fielder.
Hard hit ball, grounder to the shortstop, throws it across the diamond for the 3rd out of the inning, but not after. The Knights score 1 to tie the game up at 1 after 2 complete innings.
Their pitcher only throws 6 pitches that inning, so he effectively manages his count to keep it under 30 after 2.
I'm actually, I'm hoping the pitcher stays in the game. We've hit some hard foul balls. We're not having trouble seeing him at all. He hasn't shown anything but a fastball. And I'm sure second time through the lineup, the Knights might have a good time with this. So hopefully we get to face him again in the next inning.
So as we go to the top of the 3rd, the Tomahawks will send up the 8, 9, and 10 batters. Fleister will be the first one. He's their right fielder, number 5. And as you said, Pitcock comes back out for the 3rd inning.
Pitcock comes out. Cade Weibel back in the game at second base. Max jogs out to left field. I've got to think that Cade will come in to relieve Ryan, hopefully after the inning, not in the middle of the inning. So the next batter here for the Tomahawks. In the last game, you said we're at 8, 9, and 10, right? This is number 5?
Yes.
Struck out in his first at-bat. Hit a hard grounder to shortstop in his second at-bat. So hasn't hit the ball out of the infield. Assuming he's going to hit the ball to the left side. So Andre and Farley should be prepared. If I recall, he slapped at the ball. Not expecting much here, but I've been surprised before. Hits one to Farley. Oh, my goodness. Hits one to Farley. Gets down on it. Ball hops over his glove, through his legs for the error. And we've got a leadoff runner at first.
And that'll bring up number 3, Keene, who's catching for the Tomahawks.
So in the last game, this batter struck out in his first at-bat. Base on balls in his second at-bat. He's got some pop. He was the starting pitcher in the last game. He does hit one, lifts it deep left center. And the Tomahawks take a 3-1 lead. We pitched up in the count. We did say he has some pop. He is the one batter with some pop in the bottom of the lineup. We left the ball high in the zone, and he just lifted it over the left center field fence, directly over the scoreboard here. So as expected, Cade Weibel comes into the game. Max comes in to play second base. Pitcock runs out to center field. Owen Norrell will shift over to left field.
Okay.
So on the day, Ryan pitches 2+ innings. He gives up only 3 hits, 2 of them being home runs, and leaves with 2 earned runs.
So this is the 10th batter in the lineup for the Tomahawks. He had a strikeout and a soft liner to left center in the last game. Not a lot of pop. I'm sure we'll give him a dose of off-speed pitches. See if he can put one in play. We haven't seen these guys be too effective in hitting off-speed. Many of our competitors here in Cooperstown this week.
So this will be number 12, Rodenbach.
Hits a soft liner.
Oh!
George Farley moves back, reaching back over his head to make the catch. That ball was going to drop in for a base hit, and George robs him, making up for his error earlier in the inning. So that's got to make us feel good. Hopefully we get some momentum there.
And I'll bring up the number 11 hitter in their lineup, and Mullen, number 14, EH.
So in the last game, he struck out and then led off that 6th inning, the rally inning for the Tomahawks with a base on balls. Cade misses high twice, and he falls behind in the count 0-2.
There's a little bit of moisture in the air as we get a few raindrops.
Teeny bit. We're looking up and not expecting much. It's non-threatening clouds in the sky. Cade throws off speed, probably his hook, and the batter waves at that one. Not even close. So the count is 2-1 here with 2 outs. Grounder back to the pitcher. Throws to first. I'm sorry, there was 1 out, and that's the second. Knights throw it around into left field. We got to tighten some things up here.
And that'll bring the Tomahawks back to the top of the order with Mower, the center fielder. He struck out his first time at bat against Ryan Pitcock.
So this guy's got some pop. He hit some hard ground balls. And sure enough, we start working him with curves. Scouting report on these guys was they can hit the straight ball. Not that great on the off speed. And Cato leaves one over the plate, and he dumps it into left field for the 2-out single. So we've got another runner here.
And that'll bring up number 11, Flynn, the first baseman. He grounded out the second base his first time up. He's 0 for 1.
So again, he's got a little pop. He hit one out in the last game. We're giving him some respect. Our outfield is medium deep. Not running on the pitch. Grounds one to George at short, who scoops it up, steps on second base for the 3rd out. George paid a lot of attention to making sure that one found his glove and retires the retires the first half of this inning.
Well, they get 2 runs on 2 hits, and one of those runs is unearned due to the error, but they take a 3-1 lead after 2.5. The Knights will lead off with their 10-hole, Ty Curry, and then they'll go back to the top of the order with Ryan Pitcock and Cade Weibel.
So if you've been listening all week long, 3 runs is not going to win a game here. High-scoring games all around. You look at scoreboards and most wins, people put up double figures. And with the power in this lineup, we're expecting the Knights to score more than 1. So plenty of baseball to be played as we head into the bottom of the 3rd.
And number 4 still on the mound for the Tomahawks. He's pitched 2 innings so far with giving up 1 run on 1 hit so far. Small ball helped produce the run last inning to tie it up, and then they took the lead the next inning. As we mentioned, Ty Curry will lead it off. He was 2 for 3 last night with 2 gappers.
Yeah, Ty hit the ball hard yesterday. We love him in the lineup here. It'd be great to lead off the inning. As he stays hot, he checks on a high pitch and holds. So ball 1. Brings it down in the zone, finds the outside corner. Ty nods his head. Yep, that was a strike, not the pitch I was looking for. So with a 1-1 count, he steps back in. Hits a soft fly. Center fielder's going to move to his left. And in shallow right center, make the catch for the out.
Yeah, he showed good range, but both balls that's been hit to him have been lazy fly balls, so not hard.
Very lazy, hanging up into the wind a little bit. Those balls are just...
Now, top of the order, Ryan Pidcock, he walked his first time.
So, everyone here expects Ryan to get things started. He's been hitting it square. Oof, all over that one. Fouls it straight back, so behind in the count 0-2, but again, we've seen nothing but straight balls here. Let's see if he mixes it up or challenges Ryan. Straight ball for a called strike. Looking.
That'll bring up our number 2 hitter, Cade Weibel.
So that will not be Ryan's last at bat. We'll make our way around again. He'll have a chance. Cade slaps one into right field. Falls just foul. Might be fortunate it didn't stay fair. The right fielder was making chase and probably would have caught it if that was a few feet to closer to fair ball territory. So, with a long strike, Cade steps in, 0-1. Checks on a off-speed pitch into the dirt. Squares the count at 1-1 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Knights are behind 3-1. Misses high, so 2-1. Hitters count. Cade's going to be looking for something to hit here. Dad says swing through the ball. Watches high. Now we really have a hitter's count here. Cade's going to be sitting on a fastball. He's got some pop. He hits it hard to the outstretched second baseman. Center fielder was making chase, looking to come up and make a throw to first. Misses the ball, and Cade is safely at first base for the Knights.
I think you called that exactly right. He was thinking I'm throwing him out at first and just pulled his head up. Brings up Owen Norrell. He got on via hit pitch last time.
So Owen's got a beautiful swing. When he makes contact, balls tend to leave the yard. That's what the Knights fans are hoping for here. With a runner on first, that would tie the game at 3. But Owen's behind in the count, 0-1. Again, we've got 2 outs with a runner on first. Throws high. Really late throw. Catcher took a minute to fish that ball out of his mitt, and Cade doesn't even have to slide. And the fans are like, get down. What are we doing? So runner in scoring position. Challenges Norrell. Norrell fouls it back. Falls behind in the count, 1-2. With 2 outs, Cade's going to be moving on contact anywhere but to the third baseman. Norrell puts one in play, but grounds it, rolls it over to the first baseman. Sunday hop into the glove, and he runs over, steps on first to retire the side. And at the end of 3, the Knights trail 3-1.
The Knights give 1 hit that inning, strand 1. And for the game, they only have 2 hits so far. And the first 13 batters. So bat's got to come alive. Got to hold them here. We've mentioned our top 6 hitters are really our key to our lineup right now. And so far, they're 2 for 9.
So not the start the Knights were looking for here. We've had runners on in every inning. Only pushed 1 around the bases with a couple sacrifice bunts. As Coach Weibel points out here, we've been talking about all along, This pitcher's got one pitch that he can throw for strikes. Everything else has just been outside of the zone. So you got to be sitting on a fastball, and the Knights all week long have been hitting that ball hard. So hoping we catch up with this in the next inning and next time through the lineup.
Cade Weibel will come out. He's pitched a third of an inning so far. He pitched 8 pitches last inning. I'm sorry, he pitched 1 full inning. He pitched 8 pitches. No runs. And they'll bat their number 4 hitter, Turner. They'll bat their number 3 hitter, Petrick.
Yeah,
He
he's got
grounded
some
to short.
Sorry, he grounded to short in his first at bat here, but we've seen some pop. Last game, he lined a ball probably 3 feet just under the center field fence. Weibel throws a curveball in for a strike. Scores the count, 1-1. Nobody out here. Top of the 4th. This is high and away. 1-1 count. This team has proven to be able to hit the straight ball. Cade will probably throw a hook here. He does. Drops it in for strike 2. So 2-2. If he does throw a straight ball, it's going to be off the plate, I hope, low and away. I'll bet he throws another curveball here. Yep, but into the dirt.
And that'll bring up their cleanup hitter, Greer, number 2, playing shortstop, and he went deep last time.
So as expected, all the pop is in the first 4 batters in this lineup, and then one batter is batting number 10, has some pop, but strikes out a lot. Other than that, no one's going to do much damage. We've got to get through this part of the lineup first. Throws to first, away, but Uribe gets a glove on it. Just trickles away, and he's not going to advance. So the runner stays at first. The big boy, number 2, steps in. He's waiting for his first pitch. He's got pop, plenty of pop. Throws righty, bats lefty. Scoops at a curveball or something off speed. Fouls it off. So Cade works ahead in the count, 0-1. Runner's not moving. Curveball misses just wide. Both Cade and catcher Xander were hoping for the call there. They didn't get it. The count is 1-1 here. Cade's keeping him honest there at first. Last thing we want is a runner in scoring position. Xander behind the base. If we don't get, or behind the plate, if the runner doesn't get too big of a leap, has the opportunity to throw people out, or the arm to throw people out. So Cade misses high. Count here is 2-1. Strokes a line drive into the... Oh, nice play. Good hustle, Owen. So aggressive base running by the Tomahawks. Sorry, I was watching the play. Hits a tailing line drive down the left field line. Owen Norrell quickly fields it off the wall. Throws a strike in to the third baseman, Andre Wood, who lays the tag down. Sliding base runner is out.
Bring up their pitcher, Cadena. He's 1 for 1 today.
Cade misses wide on a curveball. Mixes up Xander. The ball trails away, and the base runner runs to third base. So with 1 out here, Tomahawks have a base runner at third. finds the strike zone, scores the count at 1. So 1-1, 1 out. The infield's in, certainly looking to hold that runner at third. Xander with a great play, scooping up that ball that swept wide to Xander's right, one hop into the glove and holds the runner at third base. So again, infielders are standing right on the grass. Cade finds the lower zone, strike swinging. Nice pitch by Weibel. Count is 2-2 here. 1 out. Infield still in. Misses high, and we've seen that called a strike throughout the week. Feels like a little bit of a tighter zone here in bracket play. So the count is full. Cade misses on a curveball that lands in front of home plate. So now we've got runners at first and third with 1 out here in the top of the 4th. And Tomahawks have more trouble brewing.
And Stewart
Middle
will
in.
be up.
I'm sorry.
Stewart will be up. He struck out last time.
So the corners are still in. Going to hold the foul. So we're up 0-1. Corners are still in. They're going to hold the runner at third. Infielders are at double play depth, hoping to turn 2 and get out of the inning. Base runner from first will be running on the pitch. He is. Cade misses inside. Xander fakes a throw down to third. And without contest, the base runner takes second base. So we've got runners on second and third now with 1 out and a 1-1 count. Fetchel calls time, moves the infield in. Not looking for any more runs to score here. Hopefully we keep this ball on the ground. Waves at a high pitch and gets ahead in the count, 1-2.
And we need a strikeout here to have a chance to get out of this unscathed, probably.
Yeah, I'll bet we're throwing something off speed here, see if Cade can fool him. Nope. Comes with a fastball high and inside. Squares the count at 2. Infield still in. Runners at second and third. 1 out. Waves at a curveball in the outside corner. And if Cade throws that for a strike, I think he's going to have a lot of success against these batters. So the infield's going to step back. There's a force at 1. There's 2 outs. Runners at second and third.
And Johnson's at the plate. He's the left fielder. He's grounded to the pitcher last time.
Cade finds the zone. That was a strike. The batter, who's very short, thought it was high. I don't think so. Cade works just outside. Xander sweeps out, makes the stop. So we've got a 1-1 count. Xander looks down at Andre, says, cover third, I want to throw down. I think the coach says, hold it, Xander. We've got 2 outs. We don't want to make any mistakes here. He does throw down and gets him. Wow. Very nice play. Xander made that call. For some reason the runner must not have been looking. As Xander pointed down, says cover on the next play. Wood does cover in the next play. Xander guns that ball down to third. I'm not sure the base runner even moved. Watched the ball come back and was easily tagged by Wood as he struggled back to the bag. So that's the 3rd out. And the Knights get out of that jam. Thank goodness. The score is still 3-1 here in the middle of the 4th inning. And the Knights are looking to put some runs on the board.
That was a great job of pitching by Cade to get out of that. And Xander makes a huge play to help his pitcher's cause. And the Knights will send up the meat of the order with Turner, Wood, and Uribe this inning.
Got to say, if you're out there, it's a very different feel to this game, right? We've had 6 pool games. You don't go home if you lose one of those. You do go home if you lose this game. So bracket play here. You've got 104 teams who work their way down to a championship, single elimination. So even here commentating on the game, It's just got a different feel. I'm anxious.
And number 4 is on the mound again. He's thrown 45 pitches thus far as he works into the 4th inning.
My
45.
goodness gracious. So not that fast, and the velocity is actually slowed here as we've moved from the 1st to the 4th inning.
As I mentioned, Turner will lead off. He struck out his last at bat. He hit one that was foul for a home run. But he'll step in here 0 for 1.
The Knights fans are hoping for a flick of the wrist in the 2nd run of the inning. Oof. Jay's thinking the same. Coach Tony is going to look at him and say, just put it in play. We need a base runner.
He was way behind on that one.
Swings at something off speed in the dirt. And he's behind 0-2.
I don't.
Jay hits it hard. It's usually a base hit, so we're looking for contact. He does not wave at that ball, which traveled about 45 feet. So 1-2 count here. No outs. Bottom of the 4th. Late on that pitch,
He juices
and
him
he
on
swings
that
and
one.
misses again.
And that'll bring up Andre Wood. He struck out also. He's 0 for 1 on the day.
Throws inside, hits Andre. Andre, the pitcher holds his hands over his head. He's clearly distraught. It was high and inside, so we're not quite sure here where it hit him. Poor Andre it's not the first time he's been hit this week. Took a line drive back to the inside of the leg when he was pitching here on Sunday in our first pool game. But he's sitting up now, standing up now. Takes his helmet off. He's going to be all right.
Good job, Andre.
The pitcher, we've seen great sportsmanship all week long. Pitcher walks over, gives him a high five. Sorry, Nux.
Well, you hate to see a kid get hit, but we're looking for base runners anyway right now.
We'll take base runners.
And Uribe will come up. He's 1 for 1 today. He had a base knock in the gap.
So we're still not sure where it hit him, but first base coach Josh Norrell gives the thumbs up, said we're ready to go. Andre dusts himself off. We're going to take a lead here at first. Dylan steps in. Dylan's got some pop in that bat. Hits it hard, high hopper. That didn't help. Dylan gets to first, but that ball hit off the edge of the grass. Took a big high hop. Very fortunate for the Tomahawks here because that ball was hard hit. Unfortunate for the Knights. They threw it to second for the second out of the inning. So we've got a runner on first here.
I'm going to bring up George Farley. He sacrificed himself last time to move the runner over to third on a bunt.
So Dylan was moving as the pitcher was coming set. Coaches yell he's running. Pitcher just turns around and balks. So we get a free pass. We got a runner in scoring position. And George has a chance to bring the Knights 1 run closer. Watches the high strike. George swings at a low strike, fouls it back, and falls behind 0-2. Nice hard swing, but we're behind in the count, 0-2. Fouls one back. Count stays 0-2, but the more pitches George can see, better he's going to be seeing this next one. So we need a base hit here. George fouls another one off. Decent at bat.
Yeah, he's battling with an 0-2 count.
A strike and 3 straight foul balls, and the count is still 0-2. Oh, throws an off-speed, fools George. He waves at it, way ahead of that pitch, and strikes out to end the side. So, the Knights leave another runner on base. And after 4, the score is 3-1, Tomahawks. So the Knights are running out of chances here as we move to the 5th inning. Can't afford to let any more runs cross. 2 runs, very doable. Again, 1 base runner, 1 swing of the bat, and but no more insurance runs here. Uribe Lake coming out. He was the base runner, so he's running over to first. No changes here in the field for the Knights.
Yeah, Kay's out for his 3rd inning of work. He's thrown 32 pitches thus far, no runs. And they will bring up their number 7 hitter, Johnson, who was at the plate when Kovar picked off their base runner last inning. So Johnson will be back at the plate.
Cade works high in the zone. Batter waves at it for a
Again,
strike.
he's 0 for 1. Ground out to the pitcher the first time.
Cade misses. Wide. We've got a 1-1 count here. Cade throws a curve. The batter ducks. Ball does not drop in for a strike. So Cade's behind in the count, 2-1. Nobody out, no runners here in the top of the 5th. Cade throws a fastball in the outside corner. Batter fouls it back. Squares the count at 2. Cade throws a devastating curveball. Batter waves at it. Doesn't touch it. And the first batter is retired.
That'll bring up the 8-hole. Fleister, their right fielder. He reached on an error to shortstop last time. Scored on a home run.
Curveball out ahead. Fools him. And Cade's ahead in the count. 0-1. Fools him again, swinging. It's a swinging bunt. We're going to touch it foul. Cade's ahead in the count, 0-2.
It's hard to tell where the ball was. You were getting worried what was going on over there.
Right, we're watching the ball. We think it's rolling foul. We're deep in the left field stands here, so we can't see much happening on the right side.
Ooh, almost got him swinging.
Oof. Misses just high. Again, we've seen that called strike before.
He definitely have tightened up the zone today.
Hits a hard ball that's sliced just outside of the reach. A diving Owen Norrell throws it into second base, and that runner's in with a double. And on for the 2nd time today. When he hit that ball, it looked like it was going to be caught. Owen was running to his right. Ball kept slicing and just outside of his reach.
Now bring up the catcher, Keene. He hit a home run last time off Ryan Pitcock.
Cade finds the zone. 0-1. Number 3 here was the starting pitcher in their last game. Catcher in this game. Clearly an all-around athlete with some pop in the bat. Watches a curveball drop in for a strike. If he throws that again, I bet we've got another strikeout. Cade will probably work high fastball on the outside. Xander, yep. Xander lines up away, but Cade misses a little bit high. With that change of pace, I think we're going to come back with a curveball.
With that base hit, the Tomahawks have continued putting a runner on at least every inning.
Yep. Throws a curveball, waves at it. And we're 2 down here. Another important out for the Knights, getting that second out with the runner in scoring position. So
That'll be Rodabaugh will now bat the EH, number 12. He lined out to the George. He got robbed by the George by shortstop last time up on a soft liner.
Cade steps back. Healthy lead at second base. No one holding him on.
12's not a big guy. You wouldn't expect him to have power.
Cade starts a little outside. Must have been a little outside. Xander holds the ball, waiting for the strike call, and nothing. So a 1-0 count with 2 outs here. Runner on second. Just pokes at it. Should be an easy catch for Ryan Pitcock in center. He moves to his left. The ball, like the few that we've hit out there, just hangs in the air. And we put it away to retire the side. So Cade gets out of a jam with that leadoff runner. And heading into the bottom of the 5th, score is Tomahawks 3, Knights 1. And you got to think we're going to see some changes in the lineup. We've got a lot of power on the bench. Who's up here?
Kovar! Kovar!
So Xander Kovar is going to lead off here. He's batting 8th today, I believe. After Xander, Jeff, why don't you let us know?
Xander, Max, and Ty Curry, the bottom of the order, 8, 9, 10 this inning. And number 4 stays out on the mound.
So I got to think. We've watched number 4 throw maybe one off-speed pitch for a strike all day long. I think he's just got a motion that's tough to read. He's been throwing straight balls, and we've been missing all day long. Hopefully third time through the lineup's going to lead to a different result.
He's at 56 pitches on going into the 5th inning here.
Leslie Weibel yells, "Take it to the Zoolander." Not sure what that means. I'm assuming it means a base hit. We need a runner. Xander checks, but that's a strike. So the count is square at 1-1. No outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Misses low and away.
So Xander last time at bat, sacrifice bunt, the only run we've got so far. He's got the RBI on the day. He's 0 for 0.
So 2-1 count here, no outs. Xander drives it. That could be gone. Yes, leaves the yard. Zoolander.
I don't think that cleared the fence by more than 6 inches.
More great sportsmanship here by the opposing players. It's the Tomahawk shortstop and third baseman. Give him a high five. That did clear the fence by maybe a foot. We've been waiting for Xander to hit a bomb all weekend long. I'm telling you, he's got pop in that bat. He's been struggling a little bit. I think squaring on that first pitch might have helped his eye. Showed some confidence there, found a pitch he liked, and drove it over the right field fence for the second run of the game for the Knights. So, score is 3-2 here. There's a lot of excitement here on the Knights side. We think there's a rally coming as Max steps up. Max takes the first pitch for a strike. 0-1 count.
So with that home run, Xander now has both RBIs on the day for the Knights.
I've been saying all day long, all week long, he's due. Gotta love it. That's a special moment for Xander, hitting a bomb here in Cooperstown. Nice hard hit, but straight at the second baseman, doesn't have to move. And unfortunately, Max grounds out for the first out of the inning.
And that'll bring up our 10-hole Ty Curry, who flew out to a lazy fly ball to center field last time.
So the Knights here are looking for a base runner before we turn the corner and move to the top of our lineup again. Ty swings at a high strike. That was a strike. Fouls it back into the net. Counts 0-1. We've
in the
seen
hole.
that strike called on the outside corner all week long. So falls behind 0-2. Hits a hard ball straight at the shortstop. He's going to throw it. Thought that was going to drop to the dirt. It does not. For the second out of the inning for the Knights.
Good play by the shortstop.
So
Going to bring Pitcock with 2 outs.
So we make it back to the top of the inning with 1 run behind. The score is 3-2. Tomahawks beating the Knights.
Pitcock is 0 for 1 today. He reached on a walk earlier in the first inning.
And Ryan is always looking to swing on the first pitch. Off speed, he's way ahead of it. Sort of throws the bat out there, fouls it off. 0-1. High. Misses. It's ball 1, so the count is 1-1 here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th for the Knights. That could be deep. Hits off high off the fence. Doesn't leave the yard. They throw it in. Long single for Ryan. He was fooled on the pitch. Ahead of it, but he left the bat out, and he's got such a big bat, he can drive that thing anywhere with a half swing.
Yeah, he just reached out there and flicked that one. Just not enough power behind it.
If that wind
They're gonna
wasn't
make a
blowing
move.
in 5 miles an hour, that might have left the yard. And with the Knights starting to see this guy third time through the lineup, the Tomahawks bring in a relief pitcher, number 15.
Number 15. This is Petrick. He moves from second base.
So, still tense here. As I mentioned, these are single elimination bracket. So the Knights have got to put another run on the board to square this up. 2 on the board to go ahead.
This guy doesn't look to be throwing nearly as hard as the other guy.
Not throwing as hard. It looks like he's got a little bit of a curve, off-speed curve based on his release. Cade steps in, runner on first. Cade's got pop.
So Cade is 1 for 2 on the day. He got a base hit his last time up and flew out to center in the first inning.
But he's been squaring things up. Was hot yesterday. Hard hit balls all over the place. Waves at it. Ryan easily slides into second base. So now we've got a runner at scoring position. But Cade did watch that first strike go by. You got to imagine he had the green light with 2 outs. He didn't like it, so he let it pass. Waves at an off-speed pitch. I'm not sure that's off-speed. I think that's just his delivery. And pitcher lines up, looking to quick pitch Cade. Working fast. Cade hits it hard up the middle, and that's going to score Ryan. Rounds third, slides into home. Safe to tie the game. Cade Weibel with an RBI single up the middle, ties the game for the Knights 3-3. And we're back in business. Crowd over here down the first base line. Super excited.
Great piece of hitting. Great
Cade was
piece of
able
hitting.
to sort of hold off on that. Same velocity as the first pitch.
An 0-2 pitch, and he's great pitch hitting. Now to bring up Owen Norrell.
Sure, they're going to be sending Cade on this first pitch, so catcher turns and throws it back to first to keep him honest. We haven't seen a quick turn from catcher to second, so with Cade's speed, he should steal. He is running. Popped high in the air. Curving foul, and it's going to drop just foul and just short of the wall,
How you doing, 12?
but safely drops, so he is not out on the play. Owen's got pop. Even that ball, which just threw the bat out, almost reached the fence. They're keeping Cade honest there at first.
Cade was going on that pitch.
He was going, not full speed. Cade's moving. Owen nubs it, but drops over the net behind the catcher. So he gets to do it again.
Well, 0-2 again. We need another good 0-2 at bat here, just like Cade did.
Every pitch here has a chance of leaving the yard. Hits it hard down the first baseline. Cade rounds first. Ball's to the fence. They're going to round him, but Cade is going to have to be held at third. On the ground ball between the second baseman and the first baseman by Owen Norrell. Hit it hard. Got all the way to the fence. They were slow to get it in, but Cade was a little slow to get around.
Another hit for Owen this week, and now they bring up Jay Turner. He's over 2 today, but I don't expect him to stay quiet.
Jay has not left the yard yet here in Cooperstown, and everyone here on the Knights side is hoping this is his first. We've seen him hit at 350 feet before. All right.
Ball.
The box moves the runner to second from first and scores our runner from third. And without having to hit him in, the Knights take a 4-3 lead. And the quick pitching by the pitcher works against him here. So the Knights take a 4-3 lead. Great news here. The pitcher holds his head. Hopefully that affects his next pitch. And Jay's able to take advantage. Comes set. Throws high and away. No one here wants a walk for Jay Turner.
No, we want him to throw something down the pipe.
Throws high again. So a 2-0 count to Jay, and everyone's saying, let's bring it down, pitch. Let's see what Jay can do with it. Jay watches. Pass ball.
No, that's only ball 3. That's only ball 3.
And Owen runs to third on the pass ball. Jay throws his bat back. It was a balk on his first move, so no ball recorded, no pitch recorded. So a 3-0 count to Jay Turner. And again, we're hoping he's got the green light. High and away, misses. And Jay runs to first.
That's
and
unfortunate.
Again, probably smart pitching. Not what we wanted to see here on the Knights side.
You do got 2 big bats still coming. Andre Wood is now at the plate. He's 0 for 2 today, but he did hit a nice ball to the second baseman last time.
And the Tomahawks coach comes out to settle down his pitcher. He said, "You're good. Everything's good. We've got a chance to come back here. Don't hang your head." But the pitcher faces a tough situation. Runners on first and third here. He does have 2 outs.
So I'm sure he's going to have the speech for them. Remember what you did last game to the boys.
Absolutely. We've come back from 4 runs in the 6th. We can come back from 1 here. So we want some insurance runs.
Well, yeah, we definitely need to try and pad this here. And Andre Wood, good guy to have at the plate. But
That's Quaid.
He's being pinch hit for by Quaid Jackson.
Jay Turner's going to be running on this first pitch. They know it. They throw back, but doesn't matter. Jay doesn't have much of a lead. He'll reach second safely on his first pitch to home.
So Quaid hit one off the wall yesterday.
Quaid takes an outside strike. We haven't seen that called, well, back and forth today. 0-1. Throws it into the dirt. We're not going to score on that. There's nowhere to go. Catcher didn't touch it, so the ball bounced straight off the wall back to him. And we've got a 1-1 count here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. The Knights lead 4-3. They've got runners in scoring position on second and third.
Come on, Quado.
Quaid watches the off-speed pitch. Drop in for a strike. He's behind in the count 1-2. Waves at a ball that's in the dirt. It was dropped by the catcher. But they safely throw to first as Cade jogs down to first base to retire the side, leaving runners in scoring position on second and third. And I think we're going to see a pitching change here.
Yes, we're going to bring in Zach Fetchel to try and close this out. Cade leaves on the day. Having thrown 47 pitches in 3 innings. Zach Fetchel throws hard. He's checking in the game. I'm not sure who he's in for.
So they moved Cade Weibel to third base. Everyone else, the lineup looks intact. Maximilian is at second base. George Farley at short. Cade Weibel at third. In right field, Jay Turner. In center field, Ryan Pidcock. We think Owen Norrell will come join us in left. We also have a catcher's change here. So Xander Kovar runs out to left field. Owen Norrell runs in to play first base.
It's got to be Dylan Uribe then behind the plate. They're batting 11, 1-2.
So at the top of the order coming up, haven't seen Cade before. They make the change. Zach is crafty. One of our better pitchers. One of our harder to hit pitchers. And let's see, the Tomahawks come here. I'm sorry, at the top of the sixth. We're going to start out with
their E.H. Mullen at the bat, number 14. He grounded back to the pitcher last time.
And with 3 outs and no runs, the Knights can retire this side. Zach works quick, finds the zone, low outside corner. No swing. Count is 0-1. Misses on the curve. Sure they're yelling "wear it" on their side of the field, but the batter jumps out of the way. Count is 1-1. Swings at a fastball high, probably outside of the zone. Fouls it back off the umpire's mask.
So this is the top of the sixth, and the Knights are up 4-3.
So the count is 1-2. Bottom of the order here batting. Nobody on. No outs. We're looking for our first out here. Finds the outside corner.
That's the start to the inning you want.
Absolutely. Last thing you want to do is give a leadoff anything when you're up by 1 in the sixth here.
So that brings up Moore, the center fielder. He is 1 for 2. He had a single last time at bat, and then he was picked off.
Throws hard, just misses the inside corner on the left-handed batter. Falls behind 1-0. Zach's clearly bringing some velocity here. I know they're going to work low in the count, or low in the zone. Brings the heat.
So for those of you that follow the Knights, you know that Zach wears his tiger stripes intimidation black on his cheeks. He's got that on today.
So 1-1 count, 1 out here in the top of the sixth. Misses wide. At this point, we're looking for strikes. Nothing free here. Waves at an off-speed pitch. First one this batter's seen, he was fooled. The ball bounced in front of the plate. He had no chance of making contact there. So a 2-2 count. Hits it hard.
Just squeezes through.
Just out past the sprinting shortstop George Farley and to center field.
I got by both the pitcher and the shortstop by about a foot. That'll bring in number 11, Flynn, to the plate. He is 0 for 2 today. He's grounded out to the shortstop and the second baseman, so both times up the middle.
So, with a runner on first on the base hit up the middle, we're looking to keep him on first. You know he's going to be running first time we go home. Left-handed hitter. K comes home. They're up and throwing.
Nobody's covering. So every inning, they've managed to put a little pressure on us by getting guys on base.
Hard hit, straight to the second baseman, who was covering second, holding him tight on the play. The Knights fortunate. We were holding them tight. Hard hit ball again. If we hadn't had the shift on, that would have scored the runner from second base. So
bring up number 15, Petrick. He is 0 for 2 today. I'm sorry, he's 1 for 2 today.
He does hit the ball hard. We've got the tying run at third. He's going to be looking to score on anything past that doesn't come back to the catcher. Zach throws high. A lot of velocity there.
There's a lot of tension. They got completely quiet before the pitch.
Yeah, it's tense here. Let's keep it down, Zach. Straight back to the pitcher. Throws to first for the victory for the Knights.
Knights move on.
Wow. What an end to this game. The Knights put 3 up in the top or the bottom of the 5th to take the 4-3 lead. Zach Fetchel comes on in relief. Holds the Tomahawks after that 1-out single. And the Knights advance to the 4th round of the bracket play after their 2 byes. So that was tense. I need to take a breath here. I'm not sure how to close this game down.
We'll have about a 30-minute break, and the Knights will be back here on field 19. They'll face the 16 seed. And I don't recall something regulators out of California.
There you go. We do face a California team. Absolutely.
And they're 5-1.
Well, this was fun. I love close games. Don't sure I love commentating close games. But when we come out on top, it's all smiles over here on the Knights side. So, some deep breaths, some clutch hitting, and the Knights advance. Lisa. Tell you what, last thing you want is one and done here in Cooperstown, and it's really fun for the Knights to get one in the belt, move on.
Well, just in case you don't know, so the Knights now facing the brackets, they move to the final 50 teams. There are only 50 teams left. And with a win here, they would move to the final 32. And that would be the end of Wednesday's play. At the end of the day, there'll be 16 teams remaining.
So we will move to the visitors' side, right? We face a higher seed.
That is correct.
We stay here. Broadcast is over here.
But the broadcast is going to stay here on the visitors' side.
We'll be in the enemy territory.
I'm sorry, on the home side. So I'm not sure the opposing fans are going to enjoy that. But
No power over there.
Robert shakes his head. He said there's no power over on the other side, so we're going to broadcast from here. So we're going to take a break.
The West Coast Federals Red is who the Knights will be facing.
There you go. I'm sure they're stout. They had a 5-1 record in pool play.
Yep.
And I don't know. Most of the teams that are going to be remaining now are all competitive. And we're going to face our toughest competition yet. But the Knights didn't come out with our hot bats that we had yesterday. So I'm expecting a lot more activity on the offensive side of the
I
ball.
expect to see good pitching. They gave up 2 runs in their 6 pool games. So
There you go. We'll see some good pitching. Hopefully we turn it around with some good hitting. I'm sure Zach Fetchel will start the game, so he's warmed up. And we'll see how he comes out in game 2. We're going to shut down now, and we'll be back in about 20 minutes to start the next game. Thanks for joining us.
Okay, click the top.